Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rahul Desai, and today my presentation on the topic of motherhood as a social currency, the value of children. This is my personal information, and these are the table of content which I discuss in this presentation. This is the research question of this presentation. How does the how does the joys of motherhood critique the social, economic, and cultural expectations of motherhood in Igbo society, and what alternative paths for female empowerment does it present? This is the hypothesis of this presentation. And now let's begin with the first slide, introduction of Buchi Emecheta. Buchi Emecheta is known as a Igbo writer, Igbo author, born in Lagos, and she's work mostly addressed the challenging and unequal role of women in both African and immigrant society, as well as the conflict between traditional and modernity. His work mostly drives the concept of traditional and modernity in Igbo society and Igbo cultural background. She started penning novels based on her own experiences, especially the difficulties she first faced while living in England. Her novel, like her works like The Ditch, Second Class Citizens, single volume Ada's story, and in the Buchi Emecheta's work, we can find several themes like self-integrity, self-confidence, then woman dignity, and pursuit of equal treatment in the society. Then we can see the introduction of the novel The Joys of Motherhood by Buchi Emecheta. The novel was published in 1979, and the Nnu Ego, the protagonist of this novel, marries, but her struggle represent with the motherhood in patriarchal society, and due to her childlessness. And the novel examines the challenges faced by the women, especially like the protagonist character Nnu Ego, and Igbo patriarchal society, and challenges the idealized conception of motherhood. In which this novel we can find several themes like motherhood, gender roles, self-awareness, self-experience, then colonialism, and economical difficulty which is faced by Nnu Ego and other many more characters, which is presented in this novel. Then Emecheta questions convention notions of motherhood, family, and female independence throughout the Nnu Ego's journey. Then we can see the cultural importance of the motherhood in Igbo society. In Igbo society, a woman's status is primarily defined by her ability to bear children, especially sons, as seen in Nnu Ego's struggle. Nnu Ego always struggle in this novel throughout this concept of bear the children, especially sons, not girls or daughter. Motherhood is considered a woman's greatest duty, requiring immense sacrifice of inner confidence, sacrifice of her life, sacrifice of her dreams, her goal, and many more things in which we can find. There's polygamy like reinforces of patriarchal dominance, and while Nnu Ego accept it, Adaku, her co-wife, accept her as his co-wife, and Adaku also left or reject her because of the only purpose of bear children, especially sons. That Emecheta critiques the patriarchal traditions through the Nnu Ego's character, and questioning whether the motherhood in Igbo society that society brings true joy and lifelong suffering, in which the title, the choice of motherhood, we can also find the two words like sacrifice and joys also of the motherhood. Then we can see the other slide. Nnu Ego struggle for social validation, in which the novel we can find the original line said by Neff, Nnu Ego's second husband. I am not giving you a penny because I haven't a penny to give. In response to Nnu Ego plea for money so she may provide for her kids. Then this statement implies that the woman is a man's slave, and that the patriarchal society oppresses her. Then she was prison. She feels also like in a prison and under the slaveness of man and manhoodness. Imposed by her love for her children, it was not fair, she felt. The way men cleverly use a woman's sense of responsibility and to actually enslave her is a true statement. A true statement to the novel and true statement of the societal expectation and societal thoughts. Ego's perceptions on the African patriarchy are based on her experiences are as a motherhood, and who has been marginalized and oppressed, in which we can also find the oppressed and marginalized on her societal background and on her own selflessness. Then another slide, children as a measure of woman's success. A woman's value in Igbo society, we can find in the determined by her capacity to have offspring, patriarchally sons. In the community, motherhood confers security, respect, and social standing. In that culture, women also find the expectations, respect, and social stability and independence in her own life. Being childless or infant is viewed as a curse, which can result in shame or rejection. By demonstrating that parental sacrifice do not necessarily ensure future support, or the book challenges this notion. This book or this novel, The Choice of Motherhood, also challenges this idea that parents want the parenting from the child for her or his own children's. Then we can see the economical burden of motherhood. Nnu Ego, who while managing household duties, works tirelessly as a petty trader due to her husband Neff's unstable income and lack of support. Neff also in this novel we can find the lack of support by her own husband. Nnu Ego also started her own business to selling the cigarettes on the roadside to based on the economical stability and in her life. That mother sacrifice for their children, but society devalues their labor, as seen in Nnu Ego's abandonment, highlighting the futility of the motherhood as financial security. Then when Adaku rejects the traditional motherhood, prioritizing financial independence over societal expectations, as Emecheta highlighting the economical freedom, idea of business like Nnu Ego as the key woman's stability. Then we can find the betrayal of maternal expectations. Then unfulfilled sacrifice, like Nnu Ego dedicated her life for full life to her children. Then patriarchal expectation versus reality. Both are changing in this novel. Like Igbo society glorified motherhood, but the novel reveals the economic and emotional hardship. Then economic and emotional exploitations from her children's like Kehinde and Oshia, contrasting motherhood choices like Nnu Ego suffers within traditions while adaptages norm. Irony of the title. Title also drive the irony. The choice of motherhood is ironic as a Nnu Ego's life is marked by suffering, not the fulfillment. Fulfillment of our desire, fulfillment of our dreams. Then the role of man in the value of motherhood. Then we can see the man as a gatekeepers. Like in Igbo society, a woman's worth depend on bearing sons, shaping her status, bearing sons, especially boy child, not on the girl child or daughters. That economic dependence on the malehood, that polygamy is a burden men decades, family structures adding economical and emotional strain on women, lack of support. No, as you find, Nnu Ego has no one's support in her life. Patriarchal contradictions, men impose motherhood as duty but offer little support, leaving motherhood abandoned. Then in the conclusion, we can find the choice of motherhood by which Emecheta critically analyzed the motherhood as an economical hardship and social obligations in Igbo culture. The novel emphasizes the hardship faced by mothers like Nnu Ego who put their health first for their kids, not only to be abandoned or suffer as a result. Then it explores the Emecheta also explores the encourages re-evolutions of conventional gender norms by offering alternative avenues of our female empowerment through the opposing characters like adaptation. Here I put some learning outcome from this PPT, like when I study of this topic or when I find something from the another articles, at that time I understand the importance of from the article that importance of motherhood in every culture, in any society. Understand the how motherhood defines a woman's status in a high class, high culture, that recognizing the contributions in societal expectations of motherhood, and then exploring the impact of colonialism in their time or that time modernization on women's role. And here the work cited, and thank you.